Hey guys, hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. We are officially living in the month of February now. Again, happy Black History Month. I'm gonna tell you a couple of books on my February TBR. I think we're gonna keep it cute with 5 because at first I was gonna do 10. Two things. My reading pace is slower than it has been in the past, which is fine. I'm not beating myself up for that. But 10 books realistically, am I actually going to read that? I don't know. Then it doesn't make it any better that February is the shortest month of the year. So even though it's only 3 days, those 3 days could really carry a lot of weight as far as finishing books. But anyway, we're gonna keep it cute with 5 recommendations that are on my February TBR. You can also take some inspiration from your February TBR, because what did I say I don't want to hear on this channel? I don't know what to read for Black History Month. Yes, you do. I'm gonna tell you. So starting with the physical books that I have, both of these have been on my shelves for quite a while. In my last video, I talked about Did You Hear About Kitty Karr by Crystal Smith Paul. This is kind of influenced by The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. So in this book, Kitty Karr, she was famous in the 50s and 60s, I believe. She has since passed away and left her fortune to 3 Black women. And everyone wants to know why this quote-unquote white woman left her fortune to 3 Black women. Now, again, we know that I haven't read this since it's on my TBR, but I believe that Kitty Karr is white passing, and that's why she left her money to these people. But hopefully I will have the answers to my questions when I finish the book. This is the type that will put me in a reading slump, which is one of the reasons I think that I've avoided it for so long. But like I said before, this has got to get read or it's got to get off my shelves. I'm not letting any books that I don't love live in my space anymore. So February is the month for this. I'm gonna let you guys keep me accountable. We will be reading this. I will give you my thoughts. We will discuss. Another book that I've had for quite a while is Such a Fun Age by Kiely Reid. Now, this is the same author that wrote Come and Get It, which is a book that I've talked about before that I didn't like. I believe that I gave this book 2 stars, but the book is set in Arkansas. I'm from Arkansas. Great things I thought happen and come from Arkansas. Didn't love this book though. I say that to say I'm nervous about Such a Fun Age because again, it's by the same author. And I even started this book before, but funnily enough, there is a nanny who is watching a Black child at the beginning of the book. And there's this scenario and situation around, you know, people not believing that she should have access to that kid and questioning her role. And I was also a nanny at the time to white children. It just felt like a lot. And I didn't want to read something that was hitting so close to home. So I did put it down. But from the parts that I remember enjoying it. But this is similar to Kitty Karr in the sense that I don't want to just have books because I think they're pretty and they take up space. I want to love and recommend and enjoy all the books in my collection. So after about 4 or 5 years of having this, it's time for it to get read. Now let's talk about audiobooks and Kindle books, books that I don't have physically, starting with The 7 Daughters of Dupree by Nikesha Elise Williams. From what I can tell, this is the story of Black women's resilience and generational trauma, generational healing, and kind of the power of familial bonds and love. It also says here that Williams delivers a feminist literary fiction that explores the ripple effects of action, secrets, and love through 7 generations of Black women. So we know that my taste has started to change a little bit as far as what I'm craving in reads, and I am looking for more of that feminist literature, and even better that it's by a Black author. So I'm so excited to jump into this. I usually am a sucker for a generational story. It's just something that's so powerful and impactful to me about those types of stories. So I'm super excited to jump into this one. All right, next book is Colored Television by Danzy, Senna, and she is the author of Caucasia. Now with this book, and with a lot of books during Black History Month, right, like you have your contemporary romances, and don't you worry, I will be providing recommendations for those as well. But you also have the heavier hitting books, the books that are covering real life topics that Black Americans and Black people go through. So it's nice, at least for the sake of this video in my February TBR, to have a comedy, although it's still a dark comedy. Have that comedy aspect, because sometimes when you're reading about difficult or challenging things, you need a little bit of escapism within the book itself to kind of keep you reading, because again, especially with some of these topics, some of them can just be really heavy. It says a brilliant dark comedy about love and ambition, failure and reinvention, and the racial identity industrial complex. I think this is gonna be really interesting. In a way, all of the books that are on my TBR are kind of tackling the racial identity complex, right? Like it's going to be a part of all of these books, but I do enjoy that this one is taking it from a different approach and looking at it through a dark comedy lens. So I'm excited to see where she takes this story. Next, we have a book that is inspired by true events, and I think even features some of the real life letters. The Indigo Girl by Natasha Boyd. So this is historical African American fiction set between 1739 and 1744. You can expect romance, intrigue, forbidden friendships, and political and financial threats weaving together to form the story of a remarkable woman whose actions were before their time. The story of the Indigo Girl. Not much else to say about that. I'm really, if it wasn't clear already, I'm very excited about all the books on my TBR. And these all sound like books that I am truly going to enjoy. I am on the hunt though for some Black thrillers, so if you know of any, let me know. My issue sometimes with Black thrillers is that, and maybe this is the whole point of the genre, but issues like racism and police brutality are already like scary and spooky enough. I personally don't like when that is the main focus of a thriller novel for Black people. Like, I think we deserve that same frivolousness that white people have in their thrillers. And every time so far that I've read a Black thriller, it's focusing on issues about race, issues about police brutality, and issues about trauma. And not to say that those don't deserve their own story, but again, I want like a Frida McFadden or Alice Feeney for Black stories, because we deserve that as well. I showed you guys in my Black Feminist Geographies haul that I got a copy of Assata Shakur's autobiography. I do think I'm gonna try to go ahead and knock that out this month. Let's do one more bonus book just because I'm having fun. Wait, no, I don't even know how I forgot this one. This is Queen of Exiles by Vanessa Riley. Now, I don't know if this was a real queen or not. Oh, she is real. She is real. Okay, that's actually so exciting. The story of Marie Louise Christophe, Haiti's first and only queen. Queen of Exiles is the tale of a remarkable Black woman of history, a canny and bold survivor who chooses the fire and ideals of political struggle and then is forced to rebuild her own life on her own terms. Forever a queen. I love the sound of that already. And then we'll finish with the book that I am currently reading, Burned Down Master's House by Clay Kane. This book is inspired by the true stories of enslaved people that chose to fight back and stand up for themselves at a time where it's almost impossible to imagine what that would even look like, but they did. Perfect for readers of Jasmine Ward and Percival Everett, who I have read before, and then Colson Whitehead. I haven't read anything by him yet, but I do know he's a big name in the book world. All right, there you have it. TBR videos can be kind of hard for me to conceptualize how to film sometimes because I haven't read the book, and I'm just telling you the synopses and a little bit of what I know about it going in. But I am so very excited to read some of these books. There are other books that I will be reading as well this month and that I am excited to share with you. Keep an eye out for another Black contemporary romance video, as well as a Black historical fiction video, because those are both genres that I spend quite a lot of time in. So can't wait to share more on those. Make sure that you like the video, that you are subscribed to the channel so you don't ever have to worry about missing anything that I post. Let me know in the comments if any of these are on your radar, or if you have read some of them. Tell me your thoughts, because you know, I will DNF a book, I will put a book to the side if it's not something that's fulfilling me and enjoyable. So let me know your thoughts on any of these, and until the next video, solidify your February TBR now. Go watch Martin Luther King's I Have a Dream speech. Bye.